Welcome back, Golan-Globus. And you see that name on the title, you know we're all excited to have him back. But what did we learn about Stuart last time we had him on just a few
Well,
weeks ago?
Griff, we learned that he had a miserable childhood. We're not
Correct?
going to get into that, but he dreamed of one day growing up to be a Miami drug dealer
Yeah,
with a baby Nang Chen ponytail.
right.
Which didn't we all aspire to be that?
1000%. I always, like, whenever my hair got too long, I put in a tiny little baby Nang Chen.
You know me, I never let it get that long.
No, you
but
would never.
that's because El Gato is my role model.
Yes.
My fashion role model, at least. You see me, I'm wearing a gazelle print jacket right now.
Right. And I've got some things to throw out there, but we'll wait till we get Stuart in the fold before I throw out that, because we need his input on it. But like you said, tragedy story. Wanted to get to Miami to become a drug dealer. He never did. So unfortunately, he's lived a life of, above board businesses and,
as far as we know, we don't know. Maybe that's what we'll learn in this episode, that he's been like the smuggler.
Yeah, maybe he's been a smuggler of other goods. Maybe he's part of that underground porn tape trading that we saw in the
8mm?
8mm.
Well, we'll see.
We'll see. At least he's on the show to defend himself, because I just cast something.
Yeah, we just said he probably traffics in child pornography.
This is a good time to introduce him.
Yeah, it is. Our favorite VHS trafficker.
I don't. Where do I even start defending myself with those list of crimes, guys? I'm not even quite sure. Luckily, I've got my lawyer here who has advised me not to even comment on any of those things. So, but I do have a question for you guys. Have you ever had like a bang on the head at some point in your life? Yeah.
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 Yeah, I have, and it's like, if you had a bang on the head, what would you wake up and what would you go and do? So I'll throw that over to you. So you get a smack on the head, you wake up in bed, you go, oof, a bit of a concussion, and then you go off to work. What is your work? What do you do?
Oh, what's the secret life?
Yep.
Are you saying that, implying that if we get hit on the head, it will knock out our inhibitions and our true self will come out? Is that what it is?
I think
you guys have inhibitions they don't show on your podcast. Go for it.
Man, what would I do? I think I would just become a professional thief. I already steal on the side. I would just start. You've always said my griffing around is for.
Yeah, that's really. You're really
I'm not altruistic. I'm not trying to start communication, conversation. I'm just trying to steal. So I think that's what I would do.
Griff the grifter.
Yeah, exactly. It's right there in my name. I think I would just go out.
So would you be like a cat burglar type? Like.
I mean, I wouldn't. Cat burglar gives the idea of like all black, which I look great.
Excuse me, a gato burglar, I should say.
Gato burglar. I'd be doing like the victimless stealing. I'd be at Home Depot stealing shovels, just walking out. Like, oh no, I brought this with me. I'd be that kind.
Oh.
Okay.
I would probably be working a real job or something like that, like a real professional person.
You would have an office job.
Yeah, I'd have an office job.
You'd be out there at the water cooler talking to people.
Hey, see that football game yesterday?
Hey guys, how did you feel about the Barbie movie? I thought it's fantastic.
I think you would end up being a producer of the very successful Top Gun Maverick. That's my hopes, wishes, and dreams. If you get a smack on the head,
I would make it successful. You're right.
You'd be one of Tom Cruise's best friends.
You would.
I'd be heavy into Scientology. You're right. my thetas would be. I remember we've gone over this. I got tested by a Scientologist, and that was perfect. They were like, you don't need us.
Thetan levels.
Yeah, I was holding those things, and they're like
the E-meters.
You're not you're perfectly level. You don't need us. And I said, yeah, that's right.
So are you going to tell us what would happen if you got bonked out Fred Flintstone style?
Well, I did when I was a kid. When I was about 10 years old, I was walking across a garden lawn and I stood on a spiky bit of a garden rake and it swung up and actually knocked me on my arse and knocked me out. So I then woke up at 10 years old and ran. It hurts. I tell you, I've still got a lump on my head. And I ran off to be
Van Damme?
Like Van Damme, yeah. I at 10 years old ran off to start a drug empire and shoot corrupt cops. So
that's why you had to leave the country.
what we are about to talk about this episode of Miami Vice is actually a biopic based on me. So there you go.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been knocked out,
Oh, yeah.
Griff?
No, I've told the stories of.
Well, you were drugged at Theater Bazaar.
Maybe.
You've
Yeah,
drugged.
I was roofied? Okay.
Yeah.
I had a blackout situation. I had poured my own drinks, so I don't know how I got roofied. And I brought my drinks with me, so I don't know how
You were
that
around a
happened.
bunch of weird people. They could have just.
They all wanted me.
Was Sensei
they-
Seagal perhaps in the same establishment?
Hey, this was a Halloween affair, so he could have been in disguise. You know, he could have shaved his chocolate donut goatee, or hid the name Chen or something. Maybe pulled the wig back.
I had actually had a similar experience to Stuart where I did step on a rake too and get hit in the face.
It
I get hit in
hurts,
the
doesn't
mouth.
it?
I get hit in the mouth.
Ooh, ow.
So
No.
I've got this lint granite jaw, so it didn't do that much. But I was thinking I've never been knocked out, but I was. Here's a funny story. I was like a toddler, and I could walk, but I was like a little guy. I couldn't talk or anything like that. And my sister, who's about 4 or 5 years older than me, I was like chasing her like around the living room, and I fell and hit my head on the corner of the coffee table
Oh.
and got knocked cold. And my sister started crying. She thought I was dead.
Yeah.
Because she was probably like 6 at the time. So that's my and I've been fucked up ever since.
We had the minivans, and so they had that sliding door, and we just like greased that fucker up. And so we were over at a family friend's, and I was like, I'll wait in the van. They were just running in and running back out. And then I decided, as my sister was slamming the door shut, no, I want to go in. And my head, it got crunched. And I just remember falling. Like, I just kind of slumped over. But I was still like with it. That was a vivid memory even. I didn't just black out.
So what we're saying is there's a lot of brain trauma going on with us people. So.
Write to us about your brain traumas. Tell us the time you blacked out. Were
I
you
think what
roofied?
I think what I'm starting to think is if people who get knocked out and have brain traumas, they end up starting podcasts and doing them for years.
That's right.
It seems to be the thing that I'm that I'm coming up with. But
That's
poor old Sonny Crockett. Oh, bless him, played by John Johnson.
Bless
He goes out to catch some marlin after his wife's been assassinated by a scumbag, and he is caught in a boat explosion. And he wakes up and somebody goes, "You're a drug dealer." So he's like, "Maybe I am a drug dealer." And then he runs off to become the head of a massive drug empire. He forgets who his partner Tubbs is, shoots him a couple of times along the way, falls in love with a woman who seems to be playing all the manly men off against each other so she can get nice jewelry and panthers and stuff like that. And that's where we're caught up to. The episode ended, the last one. Go back and listen to that episode. It's actually about 15 times longer than the episode was, which was great. I think the first hour and a half of the podcast covers the main title sequence of Miami Vice, which is very an in-depth look, but it's great.
We have to break that kind of thing down. That's what.
And then the episode ended in a lighthouse where there were gunshots. And we knew that Tubbs was in there, and we knew that Burnett was in there, and we did not know what happened. And we knew we had to wait like a week to find out what happened. And pretty much you guys who are listening also had to wait a week to find out how this 2 weeks, how this episode carries on. So we're back. We're back to talk about Redemption in Blood, Season 5, Episode 2 of the wonderful Miami Vice.
Brilliant recaps.
Thank you, Stuart.
You almost don't have to listen to our episode, but you still should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. There's more in the last episode than just what I've said.
Right.
There's extra words and everything. Yeah.
What? There's. Oh my God. There's too much. I can't think of one good moment to really encapsulate it.
Elgato.
I mean, you could just talk about Elgato's jackets for the whole time.
Yeah.
They got to hear a little bit of Elgato's promo at the big. There's blood in the air. That's the taste they need to really carry on.
You could talk about Elgato slamming down a coffin lid, swearing at a corpse. Why would you swear at a dead body? What's all that about?
Not to mention the gloves he's always
wearing vengeance.
We're gonna get stuck on Elgato, so we might as well press forward until we get to some.
You
Elgato.
Love '80s fashion. You're gonna love this episode.
Oh my God!
We're gonna be talking about Elgato's entire ensemble.
we love a good B story in a show, and the B story for this whole two episode saga is top notch.
Well, we always complain about when we're doing notes, we can't tell when we're doing modern movies like A Dangerous Man starring Steve
Oh,
Seagal.
jeez.
We can't tell one
Who's-
character from the other. There's no one like Elgato.
Oh my
No.
god.
All right, that's what we want.
Right. And his story in this is like a tragedy of three little snippets. It's amazing.
Right, he's like the shark in Jaws. He's barely in this episode, but when he's in it, he makes an impact.
Oh my god. It gives you like the perfect little break from Sonny's drama because he's gonna go through a lot of flashbacks in
A
this
lot of soul
episode.
searching by Sonny.
A
this
lot of soul
episode.
searching.
And it will also, looking at Elgato, it will also make you want to go out and buy new clothes. So, just get ready with your credit cards because you will
It'll
want
make you
to
start
copy
think-
the fashion of Elgato.
It'll make you start thinking, am I a gloves guy?
Yeah.
Am I a gloves with the ring on it guy?
I'm still trying to
There's a
work out
whole
if I'm
thing.
trying to work out if I'm a silver jacket or a gold jacket sort of person. I'm not quite sure yet. I need to think on it some more.
How about bronze?
It depends on the
Ooh.
day because am I wrong? You got a lot of dreary, overcast days over there.
It's
So,
miserable over there.
so
girl.
you got to wear the
Yeah.
gold situations, right? That makes you pop.
Well,
You
I'm
wanna go-
thinking about wearing solar panels actually over here, but there's not much use for those in the UK, to be honest. But
Oh,
I can
love
hope.
that. Yeah. All
So,
right,
yeah.
everybody.
all
So
right.
we finished up in the lighthouse in the last
All
episode,
right.
and
They're kind enough to give us the last minute of
Right.
the last episode.
because we just hear a gun go off, and that's how we close it out. So we get to see inside again, and we got Sonny going, "Oh yeah, you're Tubbs," and it's like, "Oh shit, we're finally gonna get this thing figured out." No,
He's
gunshot.
remembered
You're
who
a
he
cop.
is.
Yeah.
Oh, he's not remembered who he is. He's still a bad guy. Oh, I'm so confused.
He remembers he's Tubbs, but he doesn't remember him that he's his BFF. He remembers him just as a cop.
Yeah, it's weird because he has the flashback of them like broing down on the beach or something, but he's still just like, "You're Heat," because that's the cool way to refer to cops is Heat.
Miami Heat.
Of course.
So Rico throws his Kinjitashi case at Sonny and makes a run up the lighthouse. We've learned when you're in trouble, always run up.
Up.
You'll never be
Yeah.
trapped in the top of a building.
That's right.
Especially in a lighthouse, because there's lots of places to get out the top of a lighthouse. But I think in the lighthouse, I think they've gone downstairs, haven't they? They've gone. I didn't know lighthouses had basements, but I'm guessing so. But yeah, he just run up the stairs and then jump out the portal window
There's
thing.
there's a window there for some reason.
There
I was
is.
thinking that Willem Dafoe movie, The Lighthouse, that came out recently. I think they had a basement in that lighthouse. So yeah,
It fits.
lighthouse with a basement,
But not before he jumps, he gets shot right in the chest. Right military style.
military style. Got to go for the biggest target.
I looked at that gunshot one. I said, sandy blonde hair, 160 pounds,
Mm.
military
Mm.
style.
That's Miami, 100% Miami. Come get you some.
So Sonny's like, that Cooper guy, like Griff said, is heat.
Heats.
And let's smother that heat. Get them, boys. So the goons go after it. Cliff, what was it? Cliff Clavin? What was the name of
Cliff King. Cliff King.
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 Oh my God, he is the anti. What's his name from A-Team? The funny one.
Murdoch?
He's the anti-Murdoch.
Yeah.
Goofy does voices
No,
in this.
he's Murdoch if he got hit on the head.
There. Oh my God,
Yeah.
that's exactly what he is.
Yeah.
He takes the hat off so you can see he's bald, but he pulls his hair. You know what? Hair he has back. He still does the voices, but he's evil. Oh my God, that's right. I love it.
So Rico runs into the jungle. He's getting followed by the goons. Finds a Jeep out there.
Gotta have a Jeep out there. The perfect vehicle for the terrain.
Exactly.
Whose
Like
Jeep is it, though? Because that's quite a distance away. I'm guessing it's not the people from the lighthouse because they were leaning against the car, waiting at the lighthouse. So I don't know. I don't know who. Maybe it's just a random Jeep. I don't know. Maybe it's
Jeep.
Dexter's. Baby Dexter's Jeep.
That's it. Dexter's dumping a body,
Dexter's.
and he just happens to stumble on it.
There, it was in front of a fenced-off, barbed-wired gate too. So I was like, "Where the fuck are we all of a sudden?"
Jeep lot? I don't know.
Yeah, Jeep.
Just outside Universal Studios, possibly.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But Rico knows how to hotwire a Jeep.
Now we're used to seeing it under the driving column.
Yeah.
But no, this one was actually under the hood.
Yeah.
So
Picking it up.
he had to touch the wires together under the hood.
Gets it
He knew
started.
he knew exactly where to go as well. There was no sort of where's the hot wiring thing on this one. He just like straight for the hood of the car. So he's clearly done this before.
Well, that's good question. Rico, we know we love our character, our African American characters always have to have a past where they're from the ghetto, from the hood. Is that Rico's past? Do you think he would know how to hotwire a car?
I don't know because his brother was a cop. I'm showing my Miami Vice knowledge from the entire 111 episodes. But yeah, the whole thing of Miami Vice was Rico's brother was a cop in New York. He got shot. Rico goes down to Miami to find the killer and ends up getting involved in the whole Miami cop thing and becomes Sonny Crockett's partner. So that's where. So I don't know. I think maybe Rico's brother was a dirty cop. Yeah, they were both cops. Yep.
Okay. It's not like he just decided I'm a cop now. He goes.
No. He was a cop from New York.
And they're like, give him a badge, and then they're just like, hey, I'm a cop now.
No, he was a cop from New York. Clearly, he wasn't a cop from Jamaica. If you listen to some of his accents, your man, he definitely wasn't from Kingston or anything like that.
So he starts the car up before he can get in. The goons get on him.
Yeah. One of the goons catches him, hotwire in the car and everything. He slams the hood shut, so that alerts everybody. One goon comes over with a shotgun. They tussle over it. A shot goes off. All the other guards are running at him now, but he's got that shotgun. He knocked the guy out. He returns fire.
Didn't knock the guy out. One of the goons shot. He used the goon as a shield.
Oh, okay.
And he got shot, and he falls in the back seat.
Okay.
And then he jumps in the driver's side,
Takes off.
Yeah. So he got away.
Then we go into that fucking great opening credit scene with that great music.
Highlight. I like the little guy playing highlight. That's great.
Yep.
Right.
The women's butts that were at the end of the thing.
It's tits they show.
Yeah.
Didn't show any dog racing though. It's very big in Miami.
Yeah, there's dog racing.
There's
dog racing. So I'm actually watching the main titles now. So you've got the Ferrari cars, you've got intercut with credits. There is a shot of the dog race, like greyhounds in slow mo.
Right.
I'm guessing they're slow mo. Otherwise, it's not very exciting watching them run that slow. There's parrots, all sorts.
I remember that one time I was in Florida, shit ton of dog racing tracks. That was 30 some years ago. So I don't know if that's changed.
No, it's 100% changed. I don't think it's allowed anymore.
Okay.
The shot of the speedboat hitting the waves, I've done that. I did. I went on a holiday to Cyprus, and I don't drive a car, so I have no driving license whatsoever. I've never flown a plane. I have no license to drive any vehicles whatsoever. But there was this place that rents speedboats, and I'm like, I really want to go out in a speedboat because I watch Miami Vice a lot. And so I went up and I went, how much for the speedboat trip? And he's like, €30. I'm like, done. And he handed me the keys. And I'm like, no. This is a full-size speedboat, by the way. This is not like a little thing. This is a full-size one. And I went, no. I'll go out in the boat with you. And no, you drive. And I'm like, I said, no, I don't drive a car. I've never driven a speedboat before. He's like, oh, it's easy. This bit for fast, this bit for slow. Don't turn corners really fast, and handed me the keys. So I went out in this huge speedboat, bouncing across waves. It was one of the best things I've ever done. However, my girlfriend at the time was swearing at me quite a lot to slow down and this, that, and the other. But I just ignored her because, how often do you get to drive a speedboat? It was amazing.
I can't hear you. I'm Stuart Burnett right now.
Exactly. I'm like, we're going. I was, which way is Cuba? I was, yeah. Amazing.
That's interesting. So you don't know how to drive, or you just don't have a license?
No, I mean, I know how to drive. So if I needed to get in a car, because I did driving lessons years ago, but just never finished them all. So I do know how to drive, but I have no driving license. I certainly don't have a license to drive a full-size speedboat out in the ocean. But this guy didn't care. He just gave me the keys to his big boat.
Well, you drive on the wrong side of the road anyway. So now we get back. Credits out. We're at Miami Vice Central. We learn that dead goon in the Jeep is unidentified. They know nothing about him. They're looking into it.
Doesn't even have fingerprints.
5 years ago, he didn't even exist.
Nope.
So Rico is talking to Castillo. He's like, look, I almost got through to Sonny. He just shot me once. And the other cops are like, no, Sonny's gone. Sonny we know is gone. It's Burnett time.
I love all these shots too of Miami Vice headquarters because everybody is in such a bad mood.
A lot of corridors. You notice that?
This whole building's corridors. Every time I see the exterior, I'm like, what the fuck is this building?
Yeah, it's very.
It's like
dark, no doors.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I sort of fascinated over this building for years because I'm like, that does not look like a police station at all. But it's because it's an undercover bureau, which is why I think they call it it's organized crime bureau or something like that. I think they'll refer to it as OCB quite often. I think that's why it just has no look whatsoever of a police station at all. But yet they do march criminals in there now and again with handcuffs. So. There goes my theory.
There's more perps in there than I thought it would be for how they operate out of this place. Now, did you try to make your video store look like this?
No. What with pastel colors and stuff like that? No, not at all. My video store looked. I do have pictures of my video store, which I can send you as well later. But mine started having signed pictures and stuff on the wall from like movie stars back in the very early days. But not to the level it would now. Now it would be like a museum. Be amazing.
All right. So what's Sonny been up to? Well, he's with his mall Celeste, who we just talked about mere days ago for our award-winning To Live and Die in LA episode. This woman made a career, very short career, but a career playing femme fatales for these mid-'80s.
She looks the part. She looks great.
Yeah.
Yep, she married to Mickey Rourke for a while as well.
She was looking super 80s in this episode, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah. The one outfit she wears halfway through the episode was something.
So Sonny's giving her some jewelry.
Of course, and she's just schmoozed all over about it, and then he's like, wait, you'll see how it matches the necklace. Oops. God, Sonny, charmer.
And then he's like, there's something for you in that other room over there.
You could say it's the cat's meow.
Yeah,
like that.
Thank you.
We talk about on this show douche cool. It's like kind of cool that douchey people think is cool. And to me, right near the top is exotic animals, specifically large cats.
Yes.
And yes, he has a panther in a fucking crate that you like potty train a dog in.
Yes.
And she's like, "Oh my God, so it's just what I wanted, a Black Panther."
What the fuck?
It's like, I mean, what you gonna do if you own a Black Panther? You go, "Wow, that's amazing." Right, hang on, what do I do with it? I don't get it. Do I take it for a walk, or how's this gonna work? Please educate. Where's the manual on this thing?
This is why it's called douche cool, because the whole idea is you recognize that this creature is more powerful than you, but you're in charge.
Yeah.
It's that kind of mentality,
right?
And there's people who get off on danger and all that shit.
Plus, you just pick up women with it. Isn't that what Joe Exotic used to do? He used to tell.
I thought he was gay.
He is gay, but he still picked up people with by telling them, "Yeah, I have all these tigers."
Well, right.
And that didn't work out very well for Joe Exotic in the long run, did it?
Speaking of douches, Joe Exotic. This says it right there.
Exactly.
Says it right in the name.
I am so glad we are done with that phase of American life.
I missed out on it. I know everyone loved it during the COVID period, but I said no. I said I refused.
How dare you even compare Sonny Burnett to Joe Exotic? Let's move on, gentlemen.
Hey,
this is an outrage.
Sonny Burnett is living if I was what's the fat officer's name? Stan.
Yeah.
If I were Stan and I heard that Sonny Burnett bought a panther, I'd be like, no, I'm shooting him the first chance I get. He's gone. Yeah. That's full douche cool, like you said. That's full drug dealer. Right. Next thing you know, he's gonna be buying Zubaz blazers,
wearing gloves with rings on them.
Gloves with rings, like come on.
You've loved. I mean, Eddie Murphy said himself in Raw. Eddie Murphy's wearing leather gloves with rings on them.
Yeah.
And he probably watched this episode.
He probably did.
And he said he lost his mind at that time. He was like, I'm wearing rings on gloved hands.
There we go. It all makes sense what's happening over here.
So
it's so frenetic.
They missed out on a great opportunity because we're seeing throughout this episode, Sonny Crockett is fighting to take control.
Yes.
So he's getting more and more flashback. This Panther scene was the perfect time to have an Elvis flashback of his pet alligator. They blew it.
Oh, he had a pet
You've
alligator.
never even seen his pet
It
alligator.
did. And what I learned from watching an episode that wasn't this one that we're talking about, so the sort of after the conclusion of this storyline that we're talking about, this whole Burnett thing lasted 2 months. Where's Elvis for 2 months? Can alligators go 2 months without food? Did Tubbs go and feed Elvis? I don't know. There needs to be another episode that deals with the Elvis stuff because I'm actually quite concerned about that alligator now.
Well, there's two things. As close as Tubbs and Crockett are, I think Tubbs would go over to feed him.
Yeah,
Also, he lived on a boat, so he probably would just go over the side and just get his own food and then come back.
that's true.
But he's chained up though, isn't he? If you look at some of the episodes, I know way too much about this TV show.
Man,
God, I'm going to go outside tomorrow and see what the outside world looks like. But yeah, it's chained up. So who knows how long that chain is.
Yeah, you're right. Someone keep an eye on that alligator.
I think Tubbs is doing it.
I agree with that. All right. So now we're getting just some quick cuts of Sonny intercepting Gato's Coke.
We see a duffel bag drop from a low-flying plane.
Yep.
And we see he's taking over El Gato.
That isn't actually Gato's drugs. That is Gato's new jackets that is in that bag.
That would hit him harder.
That's some new sequin because, there's a lot of coats in that bag. It's quite big.
That explains why El Gato's so despondent in this episode.
Yes,
he's like,
yeah.
my new wardrobe from Italy.
Just Italy?
Yeah.
I think he's got like all those Eastern European countries in there too.
And then Cliff King takes the boat out with the Stinger missiles. That's the shoes gone. They're just shoes everywhere.
This is where he went full Murdoch for me though, because he's like, "Oh, just like shooting squirrels in the backyard." What the fuck? Was he this way in the first episode?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He was a crazy redneck. So then we see a little more enhanced interrogation from Cliff, where we got some of El Gato's men hanging upside down.
I loved because when he shoots the Stinger, Sonny has a flashback of like Tubbs shooting a Stinger missile, and Sonny's wearing sunglasses, and he takes them off and does an O face. I died.
Yep. That's somebody blowing up Crockett's car. Actually, that's why the face is like, that's my car you've just blown up.
All right. Like you were saying, we got some guys hanging.
Fortunately, El Gato's men trying to get some info out of them.
It's Miami, so of course, Ron DeSantis is there saying, "Yes, this is okay. You can do that."
They're pulling out the chainsaws, like Scarface style.
Yep.
And then Sonny's like, "Whoa. Cut the shit."
Right.
And Cliff's like, "What? I'm just doing him some enhanced interrogation."
Boss, I'm getting answers out of them. They tell me all kinds of things. They told me the lotto numbers tonight.
Let those guys down. How about we offer him a job?
Job?
What?
So Cliff is pissed. He's like, where's the Sonny Burnett I know?
Right. But Cliff, he's talking back, and Sonny, he's in control of this thing. He might be kind of like giving Cliff enough rope to think that he's like a 1A, 1B shared co-pilot here. Sonny puts him on point. He's puts a gun on him.
Yeah, Cliff definitely thinks they're partners, and Sonny's like, no. You're my subordinate. Know your place. Speaking of someone who's on the top level.
Oh, guys,
Here he comes.
I gotta ask before we get into this scene. Jim Cornette once said, "Bald people can't be breathtaking," and we agreed with this months ago. Me and Murray talked about this on this very show.
I agree with it. What are you talking about? Telly Savalas,
Sean Connery.
We agreed that he isn't breathtaking, but he's all kind of other positive adjectives. This man right here, breathtaking.
Well, yeah, but a lot of that has to do with the ensemble he's wearing.
It's the whole package, though. But that's okay. I'm willing.
You saw him in just like this gray suit. You wouldn't even notice this guy.
Right, but it's the whole El Gato attitude. It's everything. It's the whole package. It's breathtaking. So I give it to him.
El Gato's at his place. Is he at his place? Because he shoots it up.
Yeah, I think he is.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching it now. The thing is, it's like with a lot of El Gato stuff, whilst he's quite well lit, a lot of his the properties that you're in is very dark, but it kind of looks like his place. He's very mad with it, if that's the case, because he machine guns it.
Yeah.
I think Stuart was right. I think his new wardrobe got intercepted, so he
Yep.
has to wear a gold sleeping bag. What was he wearing? Like it was like
I explained this. I know everybody's closer to your age than my age, but Missy Elliott used to wear these big old balloon jackets and everything in the late 90s, early 2000s, I think is when she hit it big. She would wear this kind of shit. So it's like tan, balloon jacket, shoulder pads are in there somewhere floating around.
yeah.
Do you remember what pants he was wearing?
No, I was just
No.
so amazed by
I
the.
love the imagery too because we just talked about how there's a panther involved in this episode. He's got like a panther medallion that he's constantly
Yes.
wearing.
I think at this point he
Foreshadow.
had a bunch of
Yeah.
crucifixes. Yeah, I remember he changed up the jewelry
He
throughout
did?
the
Okay.
episode. Yeah,
Oh, sorry guys, it's so hard to keep track.
Yeah.
I kept close.
a lot of
track
gold
some
though.
of it, but we got the tan copper trash bag. He's got fucking a cowboy hat that he's like fitting on his head.
You really want to know who chose the wardrobe for John Polito to do? Was it him? Did he go,
Yeah,
do you know what?
yeah.
This is what Elgato is? Or did they go, what's left over from Halloween? That'll do. Just
Yeah.
clothe him in that. I don't know.
I feel like 100%.
Well, yeah, because I think the Miami Vice headquarters is probably Spirit Halloween when they're not filming. So maybe there was some
Yeah.
leftover
What-
shit.
1000%.
But no, I think he was like, I think this guy spent months on the character of Elgato. He thought about it, and he's like, he would wear a big puffy bronze
Yeah,
poncho
with the cowboy hat.
with a cowboy hat.
I don't remember the shoes. I really am curious about the shoes now because
well,
get
they got
into.
blown up on the boat, like Stuart said. So
Yeah.
he might have been barefoot for all.
Oh shit, he was on the boat.
He was not on the boat.
Oh,
No,
His
he was not on the
shit went
boat.
up
No.
shoes.
His shoes
Oh,
were.
okay.
So what you'll
Okay.
see is Elgato will walk around Miami and he'll find a shoe now and again, and he's hoping to find a pair of them that have just landed after being blasted by a stinger.
Yeah, we need
I
to go
wa-
back. I was. You gonna say?
Yeah, I would like to say though, it's like as much as we're sort of riffing on Elgato, I think John Polito was amazing in this role, and we genuinely
Yes.
do mean it when we say we would love to have seen more of him.
He was fantastic.
I wasn't. I was so mesmerized by the upper half. Wasn't paying attention to the shoes. Do you think Elgato wears high heeled shoes? I think he does.
I would say he's a platform sort of person. He has that look about him.
Yeah. I could see him having a little bit
Cowboy boots.
of insecurity there, maybe, you know. But honestly, I took the shot. I noticed he was wearing boots in his last scene.
Yeah.
I didn't see a big sole on those things, man.
No.
So I think, and this is why he's breathtaking, because he accepts himself and he just fucking is just overwhelming personality. He's amazing.
Well, what he's not accepting is Sonny Burnett horning in on his territories. He's so outraged, he shoots up his own place.
And he swears revenge, like any good top dog.
Well,
Of
he does that in
Taps.
every other scene he's in. He swears revenge.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
Usually while shooting one of the people that works for him for some strange reason.
All right. So we just had a power move between Sonny and Cliff, and we talked about how Cliff's kind of a rat.
He's ready to take over. So he goes behind Sonny's back to Commandante Salazar. We know him as the president of Colombia from McBain. And he's just like, look, Sonny, is he telling the truth or is he lying about Sonny? Because he's saying Sonny, he's fucking knee deep in fucking Peruvian marching powder. He's fucking high all the time.
Yeah.
Is it like is Sonny really doing cocaine or is he thinking he's on cocaine because he's so out of it with all the flashback?
I think it's both. I mean, I think he's drinking a lot, is Burnett. Because the next shot we see when he's looking lovingly at that panther whilst drinking down a big bottle of booze. I think him and the panther are gonna, something's gonna happen. Another spin-off there. But I don't know about the drugs part. I can't recall if we ever see him snorting coke.
I don't think you could do that on like
Well,
80s TV anyway, but
I'm pretty sure it was alcohol. And then Cliff started taking credit for all of Sonny's jobs that he did. He's like, "Oh, remember how we got the whole truck rig operation? That was actually me. Sonny took credit from me." And so
Salazar's like Sonny, but he's like, okay, well, I do what you got to do.
yeah,
You know,
he gives him his blessing. He's like, "Take him out. As long as you say you're as good as you think you are, I don't give a shit."
cut back to Sonny. He's at his apartment, home, whatever the fuck. watching rugby on 3 TVs.
Yeah, I like
really
that.
getting into
Yep,
it.
like
That shows
that.
how drunk he is. He's enjoying rugby.
Hey, rugby's pretty fun.
Oh, shut up! You never.
Yeah,
watched
but do you really need it on 3 televisions at the same
Oh, you
time?
don't. I watched a live rugby game, Murray.
Okay. Oh, there's nothing worse than the person who done something one time and has to tell you about it all the
I
time.
didn't say I'm fascinated by rugby. I just said it's pretty entertaining.
Okay.
Okay.
If you're drunk,
I
which
wasn't.
apparently Sonny is. Sonny, he's just chugging down like some Colt 45s.
Yeah, it was sake. I've never seen anybody get sake drunk
How do you know it was sake?
because of the bottle.
Is it a special sake bottle?
Yeah, man. They put
Yeah.
more flowers on it and shit.
Okay, I don't know.
Me neither.
Celeste walks in. She's fucked up herself. She's high on coke. She wants another douche cool move, getting your pets high. She wants to give coke to the panther.
Yeah, she's having all kinds of fun with this. Oh, is my man drunk again? She's got like overall jumper thing on, which I think is popular today. It's like a onesie. And then she had a matching headband to go along with it.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Kind of
that's
suited her, that headband, though. I quite like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
And she wants a little snoo,
Of
and
course she does.
he's got sake dick, so he's just like
he's like half passed out on the chase lounge, and she comes over and starts making out with him. And Sonny's been through this. You know, he's in cruise control, so of course he's giving her some good action here. But then he pulls her up back.
How many fingers?
What's that?
How many fingers, Griff?
What do you mean?
A big, what does she want?
Good
I don't know.
action.
Is she 2 or 3?
So yeah, like you said, he's on cruise control, and she's not feeling that.
Right.
She wants that fire, that passion that Sonny Burnett is known
Exactly.
for.
That's how you manipulate people. It's with passion. It's got none of it.
And she's like, "Look, asshole, I'm just as much a part of this. All the shit I do. I had to fuck Miguel."
You're forgetting a big part here, because she pulls back and he goes, "Katie."
I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, because he has a
Big part.
flashback to Sheena Easton. He's like, oh,
Yeah.
Katie. And she's not happy with that.
Sugar walls, because he's getting ready to finger her, Griffs. That was a big song. You don't know this.
I don't know.
Had a huge song called Sugar Walls, written by Prince, about her pussy.
Did
It's
not know
called
that.
Sugar Wall. What do you think a sugar wall is? That's her pussy.
What?
Prince wrote it. So you don't remember that song, Stuart? That was a big song.
No, but I will be listening
It's not
to it
been
later.
big in England.
With whole different ears. I'll be like, oh, that's what that means.
That was when because you know how every like squeaky clean singer has to get nasty, like Christina Aguilera got dirty. That was her dirty move, where she had Prince, and Prince usually writes the song for you when you're ready to make that transition to hoe. And it was Sugar Wall.
Wow.
Like that.
Maybe we'll open with Sugar Walls.
Yeah, maybe.
I wrote it down. I'm gonna put it in there for a minute for everybody to hear. I just like that. Idiot, reactionary people over here in America are like, we're degenerative now. We write songs about wet ass pussy. You're telling me about a song called Sugar Walls.
A little more poetic.
A little bit more.
Come take a ride inside my Sugar Walls was the line.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But Pat
And then there was a song he wrote called Sex Shooter for Vanity Six.
Pat and Oswalt did the joke where they're like, sometimes if you just say we're gonna fuck, it's a lot better than I'm gonna fill your hoo-ha with goof juice. And he's very poignant about that. I
can
really
see Pat and Oswalt say,
I'm gonna fill your hoo-ha with goof juice. So
nothing
Celeste
goofy about my juice. But
Celeste is upset because her hoo-ha is not being filled with any goof juice tonight.
However, she does then go to the food cupboard, come back with a tin of peanut butter, and plays with a panther all evening. Don't need to go into any more details than that.
That's why he got her the panther.
So he can drink more while she plays with a panther and the peanut butter. I don't know whether it was smooth or crunchy or whatever it was, but
I know dogs like peanut butter. Griff, you have a cat, Griff. Do they like peanut butter as well?
we're about to learn more things about Griff by his answer.
The accusations flying around here today are outrageous.
So yes, he mentions his wife, which obviously would turn a woman off. You don't call her by her name,
right?
No.
So she goes on, but I had to fuck a guy who looked like a fucking Latino Kramer, right?
Oh, I forgot about him and his fucking ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh, Miguel.
Miguel.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't just turn me on and off.
That's right.
And he just walks out.
That's
I got some
right.
soul searching to do, baby.
Yeah.
So the next day, Celeste shows up at a restaurant. I think she was supposed to meet Sonny.
Yeah.
But it's Cliff, and Cliff is ready for the takeover. You notice he had Murdoch hair throughout so far. Now it's slicked back, trying desperately to get the few strands of hair into a ponytail.
I loved here because come on, we had so many good wardrobes. Miami Vice, fucking bravo! You just stand out with all that.
Miami Vice
Yeah.
made people like dress like that.
I understand. Yeah, no, I'm just
You
kidding.
don't know how many people dressed like El Gato in '87,
Dude.
It was
I
amazing.
wish that's the year I was born, so I'm the year of Elgato. That's what I like to say. Now, as of 2 weeks ago, not the year of the rat, year of Elgato. He's got something going on. You know how I like to rock a bolo tie, but he's got like the tips of his collar on his shirt. That's like bedazzled or whatever.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
And then it like flows into the bolo. It's amazing. I didn't know that was a thing until I saw Cliff doing it here.
Yeah, like little metal like thing
Yeah.
tips. Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah,
before,
so it's like right there. It all goes together. I loved it.
Yeah, and he's like wanting to work over Celeste to turn on Sonny because she's the inside woman. And I mean, how can you, a beautiful man like Don Johnson, how are you gonna ever turn on him? So she's, even though she's pissed at Sonny,
Yeah.
she's just like she can't give it up.
Right. But Cliff's got this whole metaphor about barnyard animals or something.
He tells the story of Sandy the cow.
Sandy the cow.
He's like, there used to be an old rancher, a little dairy farmer, had a cow named Sandy, and she was a producer.
Oh.
She produced so much milk, he sold off all his other cows. And then one day, Sandy dried up, and the farmer, died. And she's like, okay, I'll think about it.
What are we saying here, Murray?
That Sonny is gonna eventually dry up.
Yep.
Apparently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew the plot was to turn Celeste onto Sonny. I was like, I don't understand this metaphor.
It's the don't put all your eggs in one basket, the basket being Sonny. So
Okay.
don't be just hanging around with him all the time because he's going to burn out. And then you'll need to come over here and look at my amazing bolo tie.
There we go. Okay.
Because Sonny is acting erratic now. So
Yep.
And so now Sonny out on the beach, soul searching, flashbacking, sees goes back to an episode where a woman shoots him.
Right. This is for Rike, I believe is what she yells out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Rico.
Not to be.
Yeah. Rike was a scumbag that Sonny Crockett, as a good guy cop, shot. And then the sister shows up going, you killed my brother, and then shoots Sonny Crockett. So that's what that whole thing is.
Got it.
Was that another cliffhanger episode? Like it ended with him getting shot and we didn't know if he was going to...
No, that was near the beginning. So the beginning of the episode, he gets shot, and then the whole rest of the episode is flashback filler scenes from various other episodes. So I'm guessing Don Johnson wanted a week off or something, and he just put a lot of old stuff in there.
We had back in the day when we didn't do 10 episode seasons. It's like 24 episodes a year.
Yeah.
Sometimes they needed a break. So
Right.
you'd have the flashback episode.
Huh?
So, all right, now we're heading Sonny, as all douche cool guys do, you want to invest in human fighting too.
Of course.
So he's got his eyes on a boxer. He's watching him spar with a guy.
Yep. I'm getting the hint that he owns this. It's like a airport hangar that he's got a boxing ring in, which we've seen thousands of times across our show.
Right. And he's like, hey, Celeste, what do you think of this? You know, she's like, oh, it's so disgusting, men fighting. But, man, he's got a great tush.
That's right.
She said tush, babe.
She did say tush.
did.
That's all the talk right now because of the tush push in football.
Guy comes up to Sonny, like, we got a meeting. We got to get out of here. We got to head to the chopper. So he's like, all right, babe. Come on, let's go. She's like, wait, I forgot my purse. Because we're like, oh, my God, she's in with fucking Cliff.
That's it. And we see
she's about to go off a cliff.
Celeste is doing a good job here because you see her go get the purse, and Sonny's just walking off in his great suit and his little ponytail. He's just got a lot of cares in the world right now, but he's got a moment of serenity here. And then you see all the concern just washing over Celeste's face, and then she turns around. She's like, "I can't do it. I can't do it."
She
Did-
saw the fucking ponytail.
Yeah.
She's like, I can't give that up.
Yeah, that it might have been that. Yeah, I don't want to see that tail walk away. I want him.
I
in my
think it
shirt
was.
wall.
I think it was more like, what the hell am I going to do with that panther if he's dead? Oh Jesus! Right.
Good point. I don't even know what it eats. I keep feeding it Coke.
Yeah, I just keep feeding
butter.
it. I just keep feeding it peanut butter. I don't know. I don't know what
think
else
she
it
just
eats.
like, I gotta fuck Cliff.
Oh,
I'm like, no, I can't do
you
that.
know, I think that's what it was. Like, man,
That's it. She saw Sonny's ponytail, flashback to Miguel's
That's it.
ponytail,
Yep.
and she's like, I'm not going there.
see, this is what you miss. This storytelling.
So he's just about to get in the limo, Sonny, and then he just instinctively just leaps away.
It's the years of being in Miami Vice.
Right.
You just know whenever anybody yells at you from any distance away and you're walking towards a
Stop, drop,
object,
and roll. Yeah.
yeah, you just got to jump in the opposite direction.
And then boom, big fire bombs. See, this is like the influence that Miami Vice had. Like, no show was this cinematic at that time. It was
Okay.
very,
Very Michael Mann.
very Michael Mann. Oh, yeah. So we see like she's holding him while we see this big fucking mushroom cloud behind her, the fire, and
Yeah.
cut to commercial.
So we're coming back. We get a quick cut of Cliff meeting with Salazar again. That's, of course, his drug connection. And assuring him Sonny's dead. And the production will be just as good. I promise you. I was the brains behind the operation. Sonny was just the looks.
This is a very we get a very cliche scene
Yeah.
where Sonny
It's-
blind. He has bandages over his face.
It's the first person shot.
Yes.
Stuart, have you used this in a shot ever?
No, but I've not used this shot, but I was half expected when they took the bandages off Sonny's face that he was going to be invisible because I've seen way too many movies, and I was rather disappointed to see that he wasn't because that'd have been
Yeah.
cool. Takes the bandages off, it's like holy shit, can't see him now. He's invisible. It's amazing. Spin off.
Did they even do his makeup all that well here to make it look like his eyes were messed up?
His eyes were a little like red.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they just sort of made him not sleep for like a few hours, keep him
Why
awake.
we saw him leap away? His eyes, he didn't see anything.
I
His eyes
know.
should be fine.
Bothered by this. I was
But
like,
it's so lame. Like there's no damage to him at all. Why do they wrap bandages around his face?
Right,
to begin
right.
with?
right. I didn't like
I-
this excuse.
Knowing all the sitcoms I've seen where you get hit on the head, you have amnesia, and you get hit again, and you get. I was thought he's gonna be Sonny Crockett.
I thought that was what we were going for too.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yep.
he had head trauma here, but no, they're like, oh, he's temporarily kind of not blinded. He's
No, but if you watch this 500 times like I have over the years, it has
Please.
speeded up his memory flashes.
okay.
So
okay.
the explosion
Put his
does
brain on
have relative.
fast forward.
I think his eyes were stingy because he didn't have his sunglasses on because he spends so much time wearing sunglasses in his show. He's like, I don't have them. My eyes hurt. Out. Make the daylight go away, please. But yeah.
That could be.
So apparently Celeste went to an ER, found a doctor who's willing to do anything for money. So they have a private doctor, and he's like, "Hey, put sunglasses on that guy. That's my diagnosis."
Just cold water, a couple Tylenols and some sunglasses.
And then Sonny immediately is like, "Fucking Tubbs did this to me. It has to be him."
Don't you remember? Celeste says, and then he's like, remember.
The 5th of November. Oh, that's a different one, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then he has some more flashbacks. And then he rips around. Joe had to do this.
Yeah, and this is a fiery passion I haven't seen in Sonny Burnett because he's always so calm and cool. Like
Right.
even when he's murdering people, it's calm and cool. But yeah, El Gato, suddenly he's got a fire underneath him.
And then he's like, "Wait a minute. It was you, Celeste. You were in on this." And she's like, Cliff made me.
Cliff made me with that greasy little ponytail. It's not like your ponytail. Where is your ponytail? Can you put your hair back? His hair's not in a ponytail right now.
Nope.
Oh, it's all messed up.
Yeah.
And he's just like, he's about to shoot her, and then he stops himself and goes into another deep set of flashbacks
While staring into a mirror.
where he sees his true love, Rico Tubbs.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
I mean, come on, that's the essence of this show.
Oh, of
These men
course.
are
Yeah, yeah.
deeply in love with each other and would do anything for each other.
Right. The original bromance. AEW wishes
Partners
they could
in
keep a bromance.
more way than one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of Elgato, this is a great scene. It's probably one of my favorite scenes of the episode.
This
Gato is fucking despondent. He's in hell. He's lost everything. He's sitting like in a lawn chair outside. He's got black shorts on, black wife beater, black knee socks, white shoes,
my shoes
black opera gloves with a Hawaiian shirt,
with a Hawaii shirt, shoulder pads,
shoulder
under
pads,
L Yankovic, eat your heart
ring
out.
on every finger,
That's-
tons of gold with that panther fucking. Was that like a jaguar emblem? I think.
Yeah, Jaguar,
something like that.
Panther. I can't tell because the heads of those big cats look kind of similar. Iguanas crawling around everywhere.
He's ready to end it all.
Yeah, he's got a nice flashy revolver in his hand, a little snub nose.
And just as he's about to do it, one of his henchmen, Pedro, walks up. You are El Gato! You are the most powerful man in the world. What are you doing?
I think he takes his hand and tells him, Gato, you can't do this. You're amazing. That's all he needed to hear.
And then he
Go ahead.
shoots him. But do you know what he says? You should treat me with more respect. What did Pedro do to disrespect him? Was it the "What are you doing" line? Because other than that, is that where he touched him? Because other than that, he just spent 2 minutes telling him how amazing and godlike he was. And you know, if somebody told me that, I wouldn't think, "Well, I'm going to blast you in the stomach now."
In my backstory of Elgato, we see he wears gloves constantly. He has germ issues.
Yeah.
The guy touched him.
Right.
So his instinct is. By the way, Elgato profusely sweating in this scene.
Oh my gosh.
As he shoots him,
he's running out of shirts. So he's sweating. He's starting to get really nervous now. He's like, I don't want to wear one that I've already worn this month tomorrow. I need this needs sorted out now.
He's
Yours,
like,
everything
serious?
one.
Well, he's down to a wife beater, which
Yeah.
is like garbage for Elgato.
Right.
Like, I can't believe I'm wearing this.
Yeah, I thought he was hiding out in a retirement home too. So it's like everything about this, like I'm not over the hill. And he's he does the gesture with the gun because he's telling Pedro, like, I'm over. It's done for me. And he does this weird arc with his revolver and then brings it back around and points it into his chest. And that's when Pedro cheers him on. But I love that he snaps Elgato out of it. And I thought his reasoning was perfectly sane. To be honest, Stuart, like he is Elgato, you know? And when he's at his peak, no peon talks to him. So this peon talking to him is like, are you? So he gets reminded. He's like, shit, I know how to get my edge back. I got to shoot this peon.
Right.
And that's what he does.
But Pedro saved his life. If it wasn't for Pedro touching him and getting involved, Elgato would be dead.
True, but
so it's like,
But that was maybe 30 whole seconds ago. And what has Pedro done from him in the last 10 seconds?
Well, you know what he does? He breathes in Pedro's last gasp, takes in his spirit, and then he stands over him and goes, "You did not die in vain, for I am back." And we're all hyped. Like, holy shit. There's going to be a big ass fucking 15-minute fight scene with him and Sonny. Nah, it doesn't happen. But
No.
Sonny back on the beach, soul searching like a motherfucker. Sweet Peter Gabriel.
Oh, this was great. I loved it.
Another innovation. You never heard commercial songs on TV shows back then. So this is another Miami Vice innovation.
I love
this scene that we've got where Burnett's walking and contemplating and thinking, and the whole Peter Gabriel, Kate Bush song playing. I've actually done this in my life with that very song. I actually became a Peter Gabriel fan because of this exact scene, and I've seen Peter Gabriel live, and I have Peter Gabriel's autograph twice. So this is how much I love that scene.
Wow.
It's amazing.
What caused you to go soul searching, Stuart? What was going on?
Just life in general. I'm a bit like that now. It's not at this moment in time because I'm in heaven. I feel like, you know, I'm surrounded by two Elgatos at the minute, and one of them's not me.
Thank God
it's
you're not here. You touched us. We'd have to kill you.
I would never be honored enough to touch you, gentlemen. Sometimes you go, do you know what? I'm not quite sure what to do. I don't know which direction I'm headed in. I'll put my headphones in, put on "Don't Give Up" by Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush, and just go for a walk. I have genuinely done that many times in my life, and it works.
Yeah,
it works.
What years did you see Peter Gabriel in?
I saw Peter Gabriel around 2002, 2003. Saw him twice on the same tour. But then I sneaked a camera in to the second gig and then took lots of photos of him and then sent one off to him. And then he sent it back signed saying, thank you very much. So I actually have a Peter Gabriel signed picture that I actually took of him. So I'm quite impressed.
Wow, they
That's
actually
really cool.
do that. Wow.
Send us
Yeah.
a picture of that too.
I will.
I
I
love
will.
Peter Gabriel.
He's
So
amazing.
As he's soul searching, he stumbles into a white building. I thought it was like a Walmart. He was just gonna, pick up some food or something. No, it's Miami Vice HQ.
See, I'm always confused by Miami Vice HQ. That
The
building,
corridors. That's all you need to know.
right?
Endless corridors.
Lockers. at
Very
random
much like the
corners.
house in A Dangerous Man that had all those
Oh
fucking
my god!
tunnels.
Don't even talk about. Such a fucking bland movie to ever paint that portrait in Miami Vice, but they did do that with this fucking HQ.
Yeah, I didn't know where he was until he's in a locker room all of a sudden.
Yeah. It wasn't even a locker room. The lockers are in the hallway that leads into the main bullpen.
And we see on one of the lockers it says Crockett, which that snaps him out of it. He's Sonny Crockett again.
Yeah.
And he just stumbles into like the office, and
Into the
everyone
bullpen.
is like, "Holy shit, it's Sonny Burnett!"
Yeah. Like this scene was actually really cool. I really like this because I don't recognize that building. He's walking in. There's a locker randomly in a hallway with his name on it. I was like, is this the gym he used to go to? Where the fuck are we?
This is his hairdresser.
Yeah, sure,
Yeah.
why not? And then he just like stumbles into a room and he's just kind of like in a daze. And then people start looking at him and it's like, oh my God, this is like the headquarters. And
Yeah,
sure enough, everyone starts pulling their guns on him.
And this is 2 months after he went missing as well. So this has been quite a period of time. Stan's
Yeah.
lost weight, all sorts of stuff. So
Right.
time has
So
passed.
he's taken to Castillo's office, and Sonny's like, "Look, I remember everything. I'm back. Don't worry, guys. It's Sonny Crockett now." And he's like, "I remember a boat. I working for Manolo, then Carrera, and then Castillo. It
was either Stan or Castillo.
He's like, "Do you remember shooting a cop?" He's
Yeah.
like,
It's like, huh?
"Kind of. You remember shooting Tubbs?"
What? Tubbs?
Look, I'm looking for absolution. Just a little help. Name the tune and I'll dance. Cliff King, El Gato, Salazar, I'll give them all up. And then Castillo's like, there is a rule of law
Yeah.
here. You didn't
Yeah.
kill a cop. And he tried to kill another one.
Yes.
We have to book you. I'm sorry. And he's like, what? I'm Sonny
No.
Crockett. What? No.
Just playing by my own rules, that's how I
Right.
get results.
And Castillo, he's the fucking, party pooper. He's like, sorry, gotta book you.
He pooped all over this party.
So Sonny is now in an interrogation room. Tubbs is like, I gotta talk to him. And he's just like, we're more than friends, and you tried to kill me, Sonny. Yeah, I know, but I didn't.
Again, I believe you told me this last time, Stuart. Tubbs doesn't usually have a beard, right?
Yeah, no, it sort of alternates. I think this is the main season when he has a beard, but even a couple of episodes after this, the beard's gone again. So,
okay.
It's a season. It's obviously his I'm missing my partner. It's his way of handling grief. Do you know what? I feel sad. I'm going to grow a beard.
I was just going to say, because Tubbs is doing such a good job of portraying how broken he is. Like we said, this is a bromance. And again,
if your bromancer tried to kill you twice.
Yeah, exactly.
Be upset.
And you're gonna be fucking devastated. This is what Tony Khan aspires to be in his storytelling for AEW wrestling.
It's all about friends.
It's all about friends.
So Sonny's like, yeah, I tried to kill you, but now I'm Crockett again. Let's get these guys together.
You have to give me this chance. If you don't, you'll never.
Are you my friend? Are you my bro? Are you my partner? He pulls a fucking Richard Chance on this guy.
Yeah. He's getting ready for a chest bump. He's like, come on. You want to chest bump me, bro style.
And Rico's just like, I got to sleep on it. I'm sorry.
You can't sleep on it. The trucks
No time.
There's
is no time.
There's a big shipment coming in, as opposed to all the other shipments that have been coming in. Like, what was so big about this shipment that was coming in?
This was the belts for El Gato, I think, was coming in on this next shipment. But
And you know a belt pulls every look together.
That's right.
So,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I could only imagine the conflictions
the
that would happen with
power
that belt.
that Elgato would have, because he wears fucking wrestling belts. He wears gigantic.
He put like the
Cliff, he's got the rodeo belt.
yeah, I was gonna say the
buckle,
rodeo
yeah,
belt buckle. Yeah. Oh
gotta
my
outdo
God.
him. So he's just like, come on, bro, do this for me. Nope, sorry, can't do it.
Stan, take him down to booking or whatever. So this is where we get to watch Stan walking him down, doing like the perp walks. He doesn't even handcuff him because he's Sonny after all.
Right, yeah.
So they're just walking down a corridor again, corridors, and a random cop in uniform is just walking around. Like everybody else is in undercover because that's what I guess Miami Vice is. But there's one cop in uniform, like this is a normal police office, walking a perp, and he just has to do the Steven Seagal bit. Sonny, oh my God, I can't believe they turned you. That man right there, as they walk by, he's
Talking to a
telling.
fucking perp. He's like,
Yeah.
that guy over there was the greatest fucking cop ever.
That's
Well,
right.
why an officer would say that to a criminal he's got in handcuffs, I don't know. Hey, that guy over there, he's amazing. Why are you even speaking to him?
He had to show how disappointed he was in Sonny. Sonny
Right.
was probably his idol. Even though the guy's an elderly man, he's just like, I looked up to this guy.
And of course, we needed to connect this to the final act somehow.
Right.
So this guy says, oh, he's heat, eh? I'll remember that when he's on the inside. Because we're all assuming he's going to jail at least for to be held.
So Sonny, he's like, he knows he's got to. He can't just give him the information. He has to stop
His
this
gut's
fucking
telling
stuff.
him,
Right.
I'm the only one who can do this.
So he's like, Stan, you're looking pretty good there.
Oh my God, your hair's fuller than ever. Your face just looks like you've
Got some
de-aged.
sun.
Sun.
Yeah. Great tan.
Great tan. You've been losing weight? Like, I feel, and he starts patting him down. He's getting under the tush. He's getting right around the waistline. Have you lost like 20 whole pounds?
And then Stan just gets a little red, giggles. Like, well, I have been working out a little.
I hate to do this to you, It's just, it's my job. I got to do this to you. I got to lock you up.
And then, but he's like, he goes into the elevator first, which gives Sonny the moment he needs to do a
opportunity.
fucking Captain Kirk karate chop to the back of the neck.
It was the greatest Captain Kirk karate chop to the back of the neck.
Knocks him down, and he grabs Stan's guns. Like, sorry, he's in I mean, there are a lot of corridors, a lot of room in this place, but he's in a police station, and he escapes.
Yeah.
Gets out. Cut to Cliff. He's like in Sonny's office now, stacks of money everywhere, talking to his launderer. He's like, "Hey, I got some dirty." He's probably talking to fucking Rick Masters.
Oh
He's
yeah.
like, "Hey, can I get a little of this money washed for me?" And he's like, I can do that.
Right.
As he's making that deal, Sonny walks in.
So
Sonny Burnett, as far as we know.
Right, that's right.
Because we don't know. We don't know if he was lying to everybody and he's still Sonny Burnett.
Right. Yep. Stuart, I mean,
I was hoping he was still Burnett. I was really hoping. But no, you can't really tell, can you? You're like, I think that he's back to Crockett, but I'm not sure. Hopefully he's Burnett and we'll get loads more episodes where he just runs around gunning people down.
It would have been incredible if they kept stretching this out, for another episode or two. Because with Tubbs, he was just telling him, "No, I'm back now." If he kept fucking,
but you gotta think, even this at the time was innovative. Like,
Yes.
it was very just one and done episodes for
Right.
TV. So it's just for like Stuart said, this is basically a 4-episode epic. That spans over 2 seasons.
Yeah.
So that's pretty innovative.
It fucking got me too. I really enjoyed it.
So Cliff, the Weasley, is, "Hey, Sonny, you're looking so alive. How you doing, buddy? I was just keeping the seat warm for you."
Right. Your job is so hard. I don't know how you made it look so easy. I've been sweating bullets over here the last, it's been like 12 hours since he took over.
Yeah.
And I mean, his ponytail's already disheveled. He's fucking got throwing papers all. He's in this room that's all blue. It looked like it had carpet walls or something.
No, it was like somebody took palm fronds and like pressed them into the wall.
Yeah, good
It was
call.
like a stucco wall, but they put palm fronds. It was very
Yeah.
ugly.
Very ugly. I can't
But
wait to
very 80s.
We're gonna talk about some crazy wallpaper later today.
Yes. But he's just like, yeah, I set up the deal, that big deal, that huge deal that only you could oversee. I set it up with Salazar. It's going down 20 minutes.
Okay.
Where's it going down then? 20 minutes?
The
Where?
old abandoned water factory, people. That's where we do all our business. Post-apocalyptic filming,
Italian
yeah,
filming.
drug dealing,
No,
abandoned water factory,
that's right.
where all the best water is made.
I think our New York Ninja movie. I think that the final scenes of that took place.
Half
in
the
abandoned-
movies we've done, the final scene takes place at an abandoned water factory.
Are we
The
giving
same
up on
one.
water in America? Is that what I'm learning?
Yes, this is the hell comes to Frogtown fucking factory. Is what we're going to. Okay, so we'll go back to HQ.
Miami Vice headquarters.
Stan is getting reamed out for letting Sonny go.
Of course. Is there any sign of him? Anybody? Has anybody seen him?
Even Rico, blood brother to Sonny, has given up on Crockett.
He saw something in those eyes. He read them,
He's
and
like,
there was
his brother's eyes. He looked into his brother's eyes,
that's a
and he saw all the lies. And he's just like, he's turned. I can't believe it, but he's turned.
he's finally turned. So
They finally get an ID on that fucking goon that
The Jeep.
was in the Jeep.
Yeah.
And he's like, this guy is fucking working with Salazar. Salazar? That guy's a fascist.
The dude from McBain. What? Him?
Exactly.
He's involved in it? It's a shared universe. Maybe Marvel
This
should
guy's
do that in a
doing
few years' time.
blowjobs in the fucking presidential office of Colombia, where all our cocaine comes from. Somebody needs to do something about that guy.
Oh, all right. So now we're cutting over to a biker diner, which I didn't realize was a thing.
Yes, biker diner.
This was classic. I mean, I guess it was a thing in the 50s, like with Fonzie in the group.
It's like a roadhouse.
It is like a roadhouse, yeah.
There's a cooler in there.
There was a
Making
cooler
sure
in there.
nothing happens.
I saw. Well, who was the guy that Sonny beat up? That guy was basically acting as cooler.
It was Terry Funk.
Terry Funk.
His character, after he got fired, he moved to this place, the biker bar in Miami.
It was on the second time watching. I was like, there is a lot of motorcycles parked outside of this diner,
Yeah.
and then I noticed all the
And I
Patriots.
was like, man, just imagine how we could just tie every one of those bikes to like some to a truck,
yeah,
and then
just
we
pull-
fuck with them, and they chase us. and
Yeah.
it's out.
It's a great scene.
So, Sonny and Cliff are at the diner.
We're getting more information about this big drug deal that's going on. Cliff, again, he's been in charge for maybe 12 hours. And he's decided to store all the drugs in the abandoned warehouse, water factory. And Sonny's like, "What the fuck are you doing, storing all the drugs? What is it, a bakery? You just got people walking up and ordering 2 drugs, please? What the fuck you got going?" I don't know what his operation is, but apparently this is a bad one.
So Sonny's like, look, I gotta go drop a deuce. I'll be back, and we'll figure this out. So, Cliff sends a goon to watch. He still doesn't trust Sonny. So Sonny goes in there. It's like, this might be a while. I had the chili dogs. So he sneaks out the window of the bathroom. This is the 80s. There's a payphone there.
Right.
Makes a call to we don't know who. We're assuming it's Miami Vice. We're hoping. We're like, there's no way he's got to be Sonny Crockett somewhere in there.
It's actually somebody. He's phoning his boat saying, "Can you?" He's checking on Elvis, basically.
Yeah, he's like,
hopefully he just realized
So-
saw like
Shit,
a
I've got an
mounted-
alligator.
Yeah.
he saw there. This is Florida, so there's alligator on the menu, and he's
Yeah.
like, shit, Elvis.
Elvis was on the jukebox.
He was.
Why am I forgetting? Feel like I'm forgetting something. It's all foggy.
So as he as he wipes, washes his hands, comes out, he's got to take control back. So how do you do that? You throw the goon that Cliff sent through a table.
Yeah, I want to ask you though, Murray, because we have a sandwich being ordered here, and I need to know how you feel about it. Maybe what would your sandwich be before a big drug deal?
In Florida, it would be barbecued gator.
barbecue and
Not
gator?
Elvis.
No, barbecued gator.
Barbecued gator.
Yeah.
Barbecued
like
wife beater? What's that? Sort of sandwich is that?
Oh, that's like a 3 to 4 year felony, is what it is.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Some
But
herbs and spices on it.
so you're is that like a normal bread or is that like a?
Brioche.
It's a brioche bun.
Yeah.
Do they do like the
There's
slaw
some
on
kind of
top?
aioli. Yeah, some slaw and aioli.
A slaw,
Fried
aioli.
alligator. 'Cause we're,
Fried.
we're in America. Everything would be fried.
Breaded and fried or just fried?
Breaded and fried.
Breaded
yes,
and fried,
exactly.
okay.
With some herbs and spices on
Herbs and
it.
spices.
Paprika a little.
A little paprika,
Yeah.
smoky flavor. Okay, I
Yeah.
like it. Because Cliff chooses the hot turkey sandwich.
That's why he's never going to be a leader.
He's a fucking turkey himself.
Yeah.
Stuart, do you have a sandwich before all your drug smuggling?
No, I normally just need 20 minutes, a tin of peanut butter, and can I borrow your Panther? That just gets my adrenaline going.
Got peanut butter and panther sandwich.
He's just riding pure adrenaline. Okay.
Yeah.
So Sonny pulls a power move by throwing the goon through Cliff's table. I get the feeling you don't trust your partner.
Dun dun dun. And then we just cut to the water factory.
Yeah, well, it's a TV show.
We got to close. I looked at the timer. I was like, oh shit, there's like 5 minutes of this episode left.
Yeah, they blow through this. This is not a very exciting finale.
Yeah.
So the water factory, we see goons, bunch of packages in plastic. We know that's drugs.
Yeah.
A bunch of kilos.
They've got like 100 people working this operation. It's crates in, crates out. Beautiful.
Cliff, got to do a gummy. You have to do that. You can't trust a drug dealer. You got to test the products. He does a little gummy, rubs it on his gums, like says this is good shit, which we know international means it's good.
This gummy has made it nummy, therefore it's yummy.
As they're just about to finish up this, they're gonna hide it in the water factory somewhere.
It looked like they had a well that they were hiding it all in.
Well, hey, it's a water factory.
It's a water factory, so there should be a well nearby.
We see a familiar face from 2 scenes ago.
Yes.
That goon. Somehow he got out on bail. I don't know what the fuck.
He got out faster than Sonny did.
He did.
So Sonny should have just went through, trust the process.
Right, he really should have.
And he's like, hey, I know that guy. He's heat.
Yeah, security's awful here. What are you talking about? That man right there is heat, dog, little baby.
What's that?
I have no idea.
Yeah, that's pretty good Cliff King, though, to be fair. That's the sort of stuff Cliff would say.
Cliff goes, hey there, partner. I guess I got a noose that's got your name on it.
Yeah. When I get done with you, your neck's gonna be looser than the gooser.
Just as he says that, we see some choppers. It's a fucking police raid. Sonny made that call to his BFF Tubbs, and Tubbs believed him.
So, action. People getting shot. Stuart, is there any notable things happening amongst this shooting?
No, I think the people making it are just going, hang on a minute, we've got like 3 minutes before this episode ends, guys. Quick, do it. Just so lie down on the ground. Put your guns down. Take a punch. Done. Yeah.
2-second shots of people just like hiding behind something, shooting. A couple of people getting knocked out here and there. More police people arriving. And then they build
like every factory, there's tons of catwalks.
Scaffolds, catwalks, all that.
So Rico chases after Cliff on a catwalk. Gets knocked off. He's hanging by the tips of his fingers.
Right.
If only my best buddy in the world could save me.
Elvis. Does Elvis come in and go,
that would have been awesome.
That would have been cool.
Alligator attack.
Yeah.
No. His second best buddy of ever. Sonny rockets. Shoots Cliff. Cliff's just about to fucking
step on his hands or this little
great
pinky.
Stuntman fall onto an airbag, and he's like, I'm slipping. Not this time, partner. Sonny grabs Rico, pulls him off.
How funny would it have been if Sonny shot Tubbs again? It's like, Dad, just die for God's sake.
So apparently, all is forgiven now. Yeah. Like Sonny doesn't have to pay the price for all this 2 months of fucking drug dealing and murder he's been doing. Because he stopped one fucking drug.
One. And now it's going to be a lot harder to get to Salazar because he's no longer, like, they know he's not involved. I don't know.
So fucking Sonny's like, I guess that's done. He pulls the Homer Simpson, throws his fucking scarf, goes, what was the line? That's Homer Simpson line. Remember that?
I don't remember. I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Like
the
all's
line.
well that ends well, or something like
Yeah.
that. And he's just like, he fucking escaped from the police. He's just like, hey,
Yep.
He
Pull the gun on
he
an
puts his hands up like
officer.
scales and
Yeah.
goes, I think that's balanced. I think we're even.
I've earned myself another flashback trip with Peter Gabriel on. I got some other shit to finish up.
I got some sugar walls I need to check out. So he takes off, and lo and behold, the sugar walls, he's the sugar daddy to these sugar walls. Celeste, getting all her lingerie in order. She's getting ready to move on to the next chapter of her life.
Very reminiscent to the closing scene of To Live and Die in L.A.
She knows how to pack.
She knows how to pack. She's packing up all of her lingerie.
She's got the VHSs of her and the Panther.
Exactly.
That
we won't talk.
Gene Stockwell's watching for some reason.
We won't talk about the footage, of course, but yeah.
Well, it's TV. We couldn't show it. We heard a lot of like growling Panthers noises
and other noises we won't talk about. And Mom, this seems a little personal. You might want to take these tapes with you.
Right. And he's just like, "Hey, going somewhere, babe?" And she's like, yeah, that's what I do. I used to, when I was a kid, I played a game called the Globe or whatever the fuck it was. Where I would just spin a globe.
Oh yeah.
Touch it. That's where I'd move. And he's like, "Look, you don't need to go anywhere, baby. I got the fucking police precinct around my little finger. I can do whatever I want."
What do you want? Do you want a new name? Do you want a new life?
You're a smart cookie.
All you need to do is get off the blow.
Right. Just get off that blow.
And the world's your oyster.
And we're thinking, we can't. Are we really going to end this episode without any Elgato resolution?
Stuart,
how mad would you have been if the episode would have like ended there? You would always wonder what happened to Elgato. And to be honest, even watching what happens in this episode, I'm still wondering what happened to Elgato. I'm kind of going along with the way that you guys said it, where you know, spin off. Telling you, we could do another one.
We need it.
I would have been furious. I would immediately have sent you a text going, "Stuart, please tell me Elgato comes back." But no, he does come back in this scene, just as they're about to walk out.
You're right. I am a single, independent woman. Not today, you're not.
Griff, break down the outfit. This was your favorite outfit of the episode?
Roddy of Price is Right fame, eat your fucking heart out. We got Elgato in the Zubaz oversized Talking Heads big man
From
jacket.
the David Byrne collection, yeah.
Shoulder pads.
It was like he was wearing football pads.
Yes.
The pads were so huge.
The jacket length was ridiculous too. It's halfway between his belt and his kneecap. Insane. Lapels sequined. Black and white Zubaz kind of like
zebra print.
It's like he raided Joan Collins's wardrobe from Dynasty or something, I think. I don't know.
Which we'll learn in the next minute is a bad print to have.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Print.
Oh yeah, good call. He's still got that. He's got all the gold chains. He's got the panther or leopard medallion on again. We're working further down. He's got the white. Or is he wearing black or white gloves?
White, I think.
Yeah, I think he's wearing white gloves.
White gloves. Yeah. There it is. I knew I had it in there. Black pants. I didn't recognize what kind of pants. They seemed like they just were.
Might have been shorts. Maybe he had shorts.
They were pants.
Okay.
They were pants because they're tucked into
black pants,
fringed boots.
Cowboy boots?
I couldn't tell if they were cowboy boots, but they were fringed fucking boots, like up to the ankle, or past the ankle.
So Elgato is back. I mean, he must have got a shipment in.
They must have got a shipment in.
Yeah.
He had a stash somewhere across in town,
Probably does. Like all across Miami, there's Gato stashes.
Yes.
Where he keeps some outfits.
Yeah, one time someone's gonna pull it up and be like, "Oh, time capsule, cool. What the fuck is this?" But yeah, white gloves with all those fucking rings, and he's still got that beautiful shiny snub nose.
And so he needs to start over.
Sweating profusely.
He needs some money. So he's like, "I bet you got some money, Burnett's." And Sonny's just like, "Maybe I do. Maybe I know it's not behind that door over there, though.
It's not in the safe behind the door."
He pulls a Bugs Bunny on.
He does.
He really does, doesn't he? It's not there. Don't look in there.
Like,
nope.
And he's just like, "Oh, I think I will look in there." And then I saw this coming from a mile away. I think we all did.
We
knew
all
it was gonna happen. Yeah. Opens the door. Panther just leaps on. We just see, like, from Gato's viewpoint, a panther lunge at the camera, and then we fade to black. So in my mind, Gato killed this panther. He just snapped his neck, and then he had to escape because maybe he got scratched or something. My beautiful face, and he had to, like, fucking leave so he doesn't kill Sonny. And then
tore his jacket.
Elgato lives to wear fringe for another day
with a nice new panther scarf around his neck.
Yeah.
But I think Elgato punches the panther with a ring, takes him out. Not a problem. But what concerns me, though, is the panther wasn't in the cage anymore. So what would have happened if Celeste or Sonny would have opened that door? Because that panther looked like it was really ready to leap.
It was trained to want Coke, and he knew that they had Coke.
Or peanut butter, one of the two.
Well, I mean, for fuck's sake, they had it in a fucking the cage you potty train a dog in. I'm sure a panther could break out of that no problem.
Yeah.
It's not a big deal.
I don't know.
So,
but no, we're all on the same page. Elgato got away.
Yeah.
He 100% did. Because Sonny is now a cop again. He can't kill him. Can't arrest him.
Yeah. I just want Michael Mann, fuck your Miami Vice movie shit. I want you to do an Elgato series. The rise of Elgato from a young man who had hair to a man that went bald but found fashion.
Do we still have John Polito in this world?
No. 2016, John passed away.
Yes.
Why? Because he got the news that Michael Mann wasn't going to do an Elgato.
Probably. Dark humor. I do want to know what John Polito was buried in. Though I'm hoping it was a gold jacket or something.
Unfortunately, the real life John Polito did not have a Pedro in his life, so he killed himself.
Oh no!
But he was buried in Gorilla J.
Like Monty Burns. He had the vest.
Yes.
Gorilla vest. Oh my God. We still have Danny DeVito, who he was kind of similar enough. We can have DeVito play him.
I think DeVito could pull it off.
Yeah.
Once you get him in those jackets and everything, dye his hair black. Yeah, I think it'll work.
I think we need to use our power in Hollywood to make this happen.
We got a lot of strings to pull.
Yeah.
It's all red, of course.
Oh my God.
that could work. But that's when this 4-parter ends with the panther jumping at Elgato. Obviously, we don't get to see Elgato killing the panther and then ripping its head off. But then the next episode, nothing. It just kind of doesn't really have Sonny Crockett in it. The one after that does have Sonny Crockett in it, where he's taken into a meeting room, another one of these corridors, and they're sort of interrogating him, going, "Yeah, but are you going to turn into a drug dealer again?" He's like, "No." "But you tried to kill your partner." "Yeah, I saved his life." And then he's sort of put on suspension for like a week or two. Right, just go away on holiday, go and chill out, drive somewhere with your give your ponytail a rest, and then come back next week and you'll be a cop again.
They go, "Crockett, give me your hand." He puts his hand out and they just slap the wrist and they go,
"There you go. That's it.
Here's your badge and gun, sir."
You get your boot in the butt, and that's it.
Pretty much.
Wish the headquarters didn't have any rooms, like interrogations, all that. You just walk down a corridor for a while, and that's it.
If you find your way out of the precinct, you're a cop again.
You're in the fucking hedge maze from what's it called? The Shining. Yeah.
Yeah. Or a casino in Vegas where you walk in and you spend 3 days trying to get out.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Go ahead.
Stuart?
Yeah, this is the final season of Miami Vice as well. So you had a whole bunch more episodes, and that was it. You can't. Is the answer? You can't.
I wish they would have just left it on Elgato laughing and starting his empire again or something, and then you could have maybe done
been the perfect foil for Crockett and Tubbs.
These are the opening episodes of the 5th season. You could have let into it a little bit more, even if you knew John Polito wasn't coming back. Like, just give us that.
Yep.
Give us that.
You dropped the ball, man.
I mean, it's worth watching the finale of Miami Vice because that's an hour and a half long. You've got Ian McShane coming in playing a Salazar-like character, and the series does end on a really fitting flashback music montage type thing. So it's quite a good episode to watch. But
they actually ended the show like they knew it was ending, so they gave you a finale. Oh,
yeah, it's got good closure. Good closure to it, but for me, the whole run of the show never reaches the heights of the 4-part episodes. Obviously, the last 2 we've talked about,
Yeah.
but it never quite reaches those heights for me anyway.
Elgato.
All I can say is,
Good villains, good heroes.
after doing these 2 episodes, I think I know Stuart better than I know myself. I think you've bared your soul to us.
Yep.
People, this is what we do. All right.
We know not to leave you in a room with a panther and some peanut butter.
Yep.
Yes,
Or
we
do leave me in a room with a peanut butter and some panther. I'm fine. I'm okay. I don't mind.
Okay.
Just don't video it because that costs extra.
Well, unlike Miami Vice, we don't know how to close anything. We're awful. We always awkward in the ending. We're always tumbling through the finish line, and here we are tumbling again. And everybody, till the next time we cop a feel of somebody else, there will be peanut butter involved in that feel.
Hopefully.
I'm listening.